Hello everyone, and welcome to the Quillen Physicians webinar on ordering labs and medications for residents and physicians. Now, as you can see, we have Teresa Allscripts pulled up into our patient banner, and we have started a note by clicking on the Note tab on the horizontal toolbar, bringing up our note selector screen. We're going to click OK, and this pulls up the patient's note. Now we're going to assume that we've already gone ahead and filled out all of this information and that we have come down to the plan, which is where we're going to go ahead and order some medications and labs on this patient. From here, you're going to come over to the plan section in the right-hand column and then click New on the gray toolbar. And this pulls up your ACI, or Add Clinical Item screen. This is the screen where you will basically order everything that you need to on the patient. You can order medications, labs, imaging, follow-up referral appointments, instructions for the patient, immunizations, supplies, and any medications that you may have administered in the office on the day of the appointment. Now, to go ahead and order a medication on this patient, you're going to click in the search field here and start typing. Now, you need at least 3 characters generally to pull up a medication if it's in your My Favorites list. As you see here, I just typed in the letters PAX, and Paxil 10 milligrams oral tablet has pulled up automatically. That's because Paxil is set as one of my favorite items. If you start typing the letters and what you're looking for doesn't come up, then you can either click on the binoculars here, or just hit enter, and you'll get the full list of drugs that have those letters in them. So if you wanted to choose something other than the 10 milligrams, say you wanted 20, you could check that. Saving an item to your My Favorite list is very easy. You just right-click on it and click Favorite Item. It's very, very simple, and we do recommend that you start adding items to your favorites list as soon as possible, because that really limits the number of choices that you will see when you start doing searches. So let's go ahead and prescribe some Paxil for this patient. As soon as you click in the box, you're going to get a details screen. And the fields in yellow are required fields. And the first thing you're going to need to do is link it to a particular problem. None of these make sense for Paxil, but let's go ahead and we'll link it to health maintenance. And we're going to say 1.5 tablets daily. And as you can see here, the quantity is required. So on here, you can either just click in the field and type, or you can click on the little icon next to it and click your options in there. Either one works. And as you can see here, the additional details field also has some yellow items. These are required fields. I am currently logged in as a resident, so the ordered by field is in yellow. If you are a staff physician, the ordered by field should flow in automatically, so you don't have to choose this every time. But because residents cannot order medications on their own, they are going to have to go ahead and put in the name of their preceptor. So we're just going to choose one of our fake providers here, and it also pulled in that name into the Managed By field. So we're going to hit Save and Return to ACI because we still have some more items that we want to order on this patient. Let's go to the Labs and Procedures, and this works basically in the same manner. Let's say we're going to order ESR. We'll type in ESR and it pulls up sedimentation rate. And again, as soon as you check the box, your details screen comes up. We have to link this to a problem. Well, yeah, again, this doesn't make sense, but we're going to choose health maintenance. And as you can see here, the to be performed field should automatically fill in Orchard Lab, If we have any labs that go to someplace else, this field may be blank. It should be in yellow so that it forces you to go ahead and fill in a destination for the lab. But most all of our labs go to Orchard Labs, so most of these labs should have this defaulted in already. It has the to be done field, which will default to the current date. Most of the labs are routine, etc. And you can also check additional details by opening or closing these sections if you like, if there's anything additional that you want to look at or view. And again, we're going to hit save and return to the ACI. Now, one thing to point out, whenever you're navigating through the various tabs in the ACI, a lot of people, the first thing they want to do is go down here and click OK when they're done with one section. You don't need to do that. If you click OK, it's going to take you back into the note, and then you'll have to open the ACI up again. You can just navigate through the tabs, order everything that you need to order, and when you're completely finished, then you'll click OK and go back to the note. So again, imaging works in the same way. Let's say we're going to do an x-ray. Do an x-ray of the ankle. Again, a details screen will pop up. We're going to link it to something. And here you'll see that the to be performed field needs to be filled out by you. And that's because some of our offices have their own x-ray machines, so it can be performed in office, and others will have to send them out to another provider. So if this is Johnson City Family Medicine, they could either put in office or Johnson City Family Medicine. If you're sending it to the medical center, you would fill in the appropriate field there. And again, save and return to the ACI. Now, if you want to order a follow-up on a patient or a referral, let's say we want the patient to come back in 6 months. Notice here also, when you're filling in these fields in the search box, less is more in all scripts. So if you want to order a follow-up, don't type the whole word follow-up, because for one thing, they have it set up so that there's a hyphen in the follow-up. If you type in follow-up and then hit enter, you're not going to get any results. You would have to type it exactly as they have it listed in their database. So the less that you can type in, the more results you'll get, and you're more likely to find what you're looking for. And the word follow-up is a good example because it has this hyphen in here. So say we want the patient to come back in 6 months. We're going to choose this option, and yet again you're going to get an order details screen. Let's say we want her to come back for her ADHD. And here on the order details, you can either choose an internal or an external provider. If it's internal, you're going to click the binoculars, type in the name of the physician that you want, choose them, and then click OK. And you can set a date when you want them to come in. What do we say, 6 months? So let's say August or September, something like that. And you could even do an approximately here. And then click OK. And what will happen when you fill this information in is a task will be generated to the people who do your scheduling in the office. They'll be able to pull up this screen and go ahead and make the appointment. So again, we're going to save and return. Now let's say you wanted to order an immunization on this patient. Say she needs a tetanus shot. You can hit tetanus. And once again, you get a details screen. This one is already linked to health maintenance. And because this is in yellow, we need to add in some information here. Now the SIG here is set for personal. This provider doesn't have any personal SIGs set up, so you can always click on New Structured, and this will pull in another screen. Again, you can click in the field and either put in the numbers that you want or click on a little calculator looking thing here. And this drop down is another required field. It asks how the injection will be given. And again, you can add in details as to when you want it to be performed, when it's overdue, if it's critical, things like that. And let's hit Save and Return to ACI again. So basically all of these tabs work pretty much the same way. You're going to type the information into your field, choose the one you want, a details screen will come up, and you'll put in the information, the prescribing information for medications, etc. I'm actually going to go ahead and cancel out of this because we are live with our lab right now, and if I hit OK and save the changes, then Robin will receive an order for Paxil on Teresa Allscripts. So I'm just going to cancel out of this. But normally, of course, you would hit OK. And then you're going to close out your note the way you normally do. If you're finished with it and you want to finalize it, you can go ahead and sign it. Or if you want to close it out, save your changes, and come back and make additional changes at a later time, you can hit Save and Close. Now let's go back to the clinical desktop, and as you can see, the note is already here. And that's how you view the finished note. And you can close out of it down here. So that is basically how you order medications and labs within Allscripts. You can also order them from this little icon right here. If the patient doesn't have an appointment and you just want to order something on the fly, you click on the beaker icon, and as you'll see, the Add Clinical Item box comes up. It's the exact same box you were just in, and you can navigate through if you want to order medication, labs, imaging, etc. And that's basically it. So thank you all very much for taking the time to view this, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Have a great day, everyone.